Also known as an energy whip or a laser whip, the Lightwhip was a rare variation of the lightsaber. However, unlike a regular lightsaber, the weapon was incredibly agile and free-flowing, making it extremely dangerous in the right hands. Welcome to the Kangaroozan Star Wars Weapons Lore Episode 5, The Lightwhip. Generally speaking, lightwhips functioned on the same principles and mechanics as lightsabers, consisting of a handle and an emitted coherent beam of energy. However, rather than having straight, metre-long blades, lightwhips featured long and flexible ones that often exceeded several meters in length, allowing the users to attack from a fair distance away. In addition, instead of one large crystal, each weapon had multiple small crystals. Though most lightwhips emitted only single blades, some, like the Sith Lumias, had multiple tassels. Just like lightsabers, the weapon came in a variety of colours and shades, which included red, pink, orange, yellow and green. Wielded like a normal whip, lightwhips were seen as exotic weapons due to their unfamiliar occurrence among traditional duelists. Because of this, lightwhip users always had an advantage over their opponents. Furthermore, the weapon's ability to flex around a lightsaber made them difficult to defend against. With multiple tassels, Lumia was able to overwhelm her enemies, attacking them from every angle. Though lightwhips had many advantages, they featured just as many drawbacks. Without mastery of normal whips, wielders struggled to control lightwhip blades, making an untrained user just as likely to be injured as their opponent. Furthermore, lightwhips were not as strong as regular lightsabers as they could not always penetrate durasteel armour or walls, meaning many substances could survive a direct hit. They had to be swung wide in order to gain enough momentum for an attack, and were hard to defend with as flexible blades were not meant for parrying. Lightwhips ultimately left the user vulnerable to both great speed and brute force. Unfortunately, the weapons were also known for shorting out violently when struck with enough force. However, efforts were made to combat such flaws. For example, Lumia added tassels composed of solid matter to her weapon. The mixture of solid and flexible strands made the weapon highly unpredictable. But all the innovation was still not enough to overcome every disadvantage. One of the earliest known users of the Lightwhip was the Sith Lady Giffany, who was active nearly a millennium before the Battle of Yavin. According to the Sith Blade Master of the time, Kasim, she never wielded the weapon for its advantages, rather the unfamiliarity of the Lightwhip to opponents. Giffany wielded the weapon until her death in the final Battle of Ruzan. Other Lightwhip users prior to the Clone Wars include Ona Nobis and Viana Di Pau. During the conflict, Obi-Wan Kenobi crafted a Lightwhip for himself and Kit Fisto to use. It was based on Ona Nobis's and was first used during a mock duel between the two Jedi. The Lightwhip was used during one mission as Kenobi's secondary weapon. Unfortunately, it burned out, forcing Kenobi to discard it. Though many individuals equipped a Lightwhip over the years, the most notable user was Lumia. She constructed her own from Mandalorian iron and a shard of the Kyber crystal provided by Darth Vader. In addition, numerous tassels composed of leather knots, studded with Mandalorian iron and flexible, gem-speckled metal were added on. Lumia crafted her Lightwhip nearing the end of her training under Vader, and wielded it against Luke Skywalker and Mara Jade, just to name two notable individuals. However, it was lost during her final battle with Skywalker, when it fell into a nearby gorge alongside her headless body. Now it's time for this week's question. Would you rather equip a Lightwhip or a regular lightsaber? Let me know in the comments below. At the end of the previous episode, I asked if you like the design of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and I got a ton of responses, so thanks for that. It has to be said, very few people actually like the design, most think it's a bit silly. Don't forget everyone to tell me what you would like to see covered next in this series. Thanks for watching, and for more Star Wars weapons lore, keep it locked here to the Kangaroozan. To a lot of us, Star Wars is a fun and pleasurable experience. It's a classic showcase of good versus bad, where good ultimately overcomes all the odds to defeat the evildoers. However, cover little Jimmy's ears, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows in the galaxy far, far away.